I want you to rewind down memory lane to the 8-year-old you, to the curious, adorable, bold dreamer you. You were full of ideas. You wanted to become someone new every day. From Superman on Sundays to pilot on Thursdays, you never really settled for one dream. Well, I am here to tell you that the future is for the 8-year-old inside you. The future ahead is for the portfolio student, a student who doesn't define themselves with one path in their life. Sure, they may have one bigger goal, but they choose not to be labeled by that one dream and instead carve a multi dimensional future for themselves. There are people who see themselves making an impact in not one, but different places in society. These are the true explorers of tomorrow. After moving to Dubai for medical school in 2016, it wasn't long before I saw the tradition of being part of a predefined lifestyle. The expectations of a medical student were sworn by over hundreds of years of practicing doctors. We knew that attending classes and spending more time with our books with jars of coffee and all nighters was the key to doing well in most exams. Now, I always struggled with this idea of success. It doesn't help when the definition of success is defined and limited to one factor, exams in this case. On top of that, I wasn't great with giving exams either. In fact, I had to work much harder than the rest of my colleagues to just make it through. Living with this one label of success and not being able to shine through was slowly killing the student within. It took me a few more years to realize that I had to be an explorer. I had to find new ways to define success beyond the books. I knew that perhaps a few more years would give me the understanding that normal isn't what I see, but what I choose to live, create, and explore for my own well being. So, what now? All I really had was an idea and my endless jars of coffee. Sometimes this pause and reflect attitude goes a long way in finding your future self. And that's exactly what I did. This is where the concept of a portfolio student came in. I decided to break my own comfort zone and try to be not the best medical student there is, but instead, I went on to search for growth in anything and everything. This meant creating a portfolio of non traditional interests that may or may not align with my bigger goal of medicine. From taking up internships in business and technology to building a social media presence to highlight my interests in artificial intelligence. The chances of hitting the success zone increased exponentially. This also meant sending out those cold emails to people that I didn't know, but I really wanted to learn from. This meant applying for opportunities and then challenging myself to learn the basics from there on. We worry about jumping into a new path, but forget that the uncertain leap of faith is really what makes life worthwhile. It all started with my decision to unlabel my identity as a medical student. Yes, I was still part of medical school and had exams just like any other student, but I also wanted to add a bigger, diverse meaning to my place in life. Imagine being part of your bigger goal and still growing in all directions from there. It felt rewarding on so many levels by going beyond this field and keeping my love for medicine stronger than ever. As a result of embracing new opportunities in medicine, engineering, business, research, technology, social media, and even mental health, this became a testament of hope that you and I are much bigger than our dreams. Not only did this add to a list of unique opportunities, it also helped gain experience and skills that a traditional medical school journey would never have given. The perspective of being a portfolio student meant that I could share insights from a much wider lens than most students could ever see inside a classroom. It helped me believe that maybe, just maybe, I don't have to worry about where I am today because I can do more than one thing and find happiness in my future eventually. Work on the present, stay humble, and the future follows you to your destination. Being a portfolio student is more than adding a list of titles to your name. It's about carving your own path and leaving no stone unturned. In this journey of self discovery, the future is not always about those who label themselves as a doctor, engineer, or a scientist. Those are all great dreams to work towards, and the world needs you there too. But real global change comes when you start to see the bigger picture, when you see yourself connecting different fields together and making something out of everything. Let's work towards a future where we don't need to rewind to our 8-year-old self every time we forget our purpose in the present. A future where we make decisions from lived experiences, where we don't have to hide from failure, but instead allow failure to guide us to the next milestone. Let's also work towards transforming schools, homes, and cities to think outside the box of today's normal. Today's generation cannot be shaped by the ideas and expectations of the past. These are exciting times to define your role as a student and shape new measures of success through self growth. It is only when you challenge this norm that you begin to see the portfolio student reborn. Thank you.